It's funny how the world has shifted beneath our feet, how we find ourselves navigating this digital landscape that's both exhilarating and terrifying. I mean, just think about it for a second. A couple of decades ago, the idea of holding money in a virtual wallet would have seemed absurd, like something out of a science fiction novel. And yet, here we are, living in a time where cryptocurrencies are not just a novelty, but a legitimate part of our financial ecosystem. And now, here I am, standing at this crossroads, trying to figure out the best way to transfer my USDT from my SafePal wallet to Binance. And it feels like I'm trying to solve a puzzle that has too many pieces. First off, let's talk about this SafePal wallet. It's compact, sleek, and it gives me a sense of security, doesn't it? I mean, who wouldn't want to keep their crypto assets in a place that feels like a fortress? But then there's that little voice in the back of my head, whispering doubts about whether I'm doing this right. What if I mess up? What if I send my USDT to the wrong address? What if I lose access to my wallet forever? The stakes feel high, and it's enough to make anyone second-guess their choices. And then there's the key phrase: alarm fetch, churn bridge, exercise tape speak, race clerk, couch, crater letter. It rolls off the tongue like a secret incantation, doesn't it? A string of words that holds the key to my digital fortune. It's both empowering and terrifying to know that this phrase is the only thing standing between me and my assets. If I lose it, it's gone forever. If someone else gets their hands on it, I'm as good as robbed. It's a lot of pressure to put on a handful of words, but that's the nature of this game we're playing. So, how do I get my USDT to Binance? First, I need to open my SafePal wallet. It's a straightforward process, really. I just tap a few buttons on my device, and there it is, staring back at me like a digital treasure chest. The interface is user-friendly, which is a relief. I can see my balance, the transactions I've made, and the various options available to me. It's all laid out in front of me like a buffet, and I have to choose wisely. I navigate to the send option. My heart races a little. This is it. This is the moment where I take control of my assets and make them work for me. But then, I freeze. I need the Binance address. That's crucial. I can't just send it to any random string of characters. I have to be precise. So, I pull up Binance on my phone. The app loads, and I'm greeted with that familiar interface. It's like visiting an old friend, one who's always there when I need them, ready to help me trade and invest. I log in, and the first thing I do is navigate to the wallet section. It's like a treasure map, guiding me to the riches I seek. I find the deposit option and select USDT. The screen changes, and there it is. A long string of letters and numbers. The address I need to send my funds to. It's a little intimidating, really. I mean, how can something so abstract hold so much value? But I remind myself that this is the way of the world now. This is how we do business. I copy the address, making sure not to miss a single character. It's like balancing on a tightrope, and I can't afford to slip. I return to my SafePal wallet, and there's that recipient address field waiting for me. I paste the Binance address in, and for a moment, I just stare at it. It feels surreal, like I'm about to send a message in a bottle out into the vast ocean of the internet. Will it reach its destination? Will it be safe? Now I have to enter the amount I want to send. I've decided on a portion of my USDT, not all of it, because I still want to keep some in my SafePal wallet for future transactions. I type in the number, and my heart races again. There's something exhilarating about this process, about taking control of my finances and making decisions that could affect my future. It's empowering, but also nerve-wracking. And then I hit Next. The screen prompts me to review the details of my transaction before I confirm. My palms are sweaty as I read through the information. Recipient address, check. Amount, check. Transaction fee, check. Everything seems to be in order, but that little voice in my head is back again, nagging at me. What if I've made a mistake? What if I've copied the address wrong? What if I'm sending my funds into the void? I take a deep breath, reminding myself that I've done my research. I've read the guides, watched the tutorials, and I know what I'm doing. I have to trust myself. I have to trust the system. So, with a shaky finger, I tap confirm. There's a moment of silence, a pause where time seems to stand still. And then, the screen flashes, and I see the transaction is processing. Relief washes over me, and I can't help but smile. I've done it. I've successfully initiated the transfer of my USDT from my SafePal wallet to Binance. But then, a new wave of anxiety hits me. How long will it take? Will it go through without any issues? I decide to check the transaction status. I go back to my SafePal wallet, and I can see that the transaction is pending. It's like waiting for a bus that's running late. You know it's coming, but you can't help but feel a little anxious about whether it will arrive at all. I glance at the Binance app, and I can see that my account is still the same. No new funds yet, so I take a moment to reflect. This whole process is a microcosm of life, isn't it? We make decisions, we take risks, and we hope for the best. Sometimes things go smoothly, and other times we hit bumps in the road. But that's what makes it all worthwhile, right? The uncertainty, the thrill of the unknown, it's what keeps us on our toes and pushes us to grow. I think about the future, about what I want to do with my USDT once it arrives in Binance. I have plans, dreams of investing in projects that excite me, of trading and potentially growing my assets. It's a world full of possibilities, and I can't wait to dive in. But I also know that it's not just about the money. It's about the journey, the learning experiences, and the connections I'll make along the way. I glance at the clock. Time seems to crawl when you're waiting for something important. I take a sip of water, trying to calm my nerves. I remind myself that patience is key. Good things come to those who wait, right? I scroll through social media, trying to distract myself, but my mind keeps wandering back to the transaction. As I refresh the Binance app one more time, I see the notification pop up. Deposit successful. My heart leaps. It's like a rush of adrenaline coursing through my veins. I can hardly believe it. I've done it! I've successfully transferred my USDT from my SafePal wallet to Binance. The relief is palpable, and I can't help but let out a little laugh. But then I pause. What's next? I have my funds, but I have to make sure I use them wisely. I think about the various trading strategies I've read about, the different coins I've been eyeing. It's a whole new world, and I'm standing at the edge, ready to dive in. But I know I have to be careful. The crypto market is volatile, and I need to stay informed and make calculated decisions. I take a moment to breathe, to ground myself. I remind myself that this is just the beginning. I've taken the first step, and now I have to keep moving forward. I think about the resources available to me, the forums, the communities, the experts who share their knowledge and insights. I can learn from others, gather information, and make informed choices. As I navigate back to the Binance app, I start to explore the various trading options available to me. I can see the charts, the price movements, the trends. It's a whirlwind of information, and I feel both excited and overwhelmed. I want to make the right moves, to seize the opportunities that come my way. I remind myself to take my time. There's no rush. I can start small, test the waters, and build my confidence. I think about setting up alerts for price changes, following the news, and staying updated on market trends. It's a lot to take in, but I'm ready for the challenge. In this moment, I realize that this journey is about more than just the money. It's about empowerment, about taking control of my financial future. It's about learning, growing, and adapting to an ever-changing landscape. I'm excited to see where this path will lead me, and I'm ready to embrace the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. I take a deep breath, feeling a sense of clarity wash over me. I'm ready to dive into this world of crypto, to explore the possibilities, and to make my mark. I know there will be ups and downs, but I'm prepared to face them head-on. After all, this is my journey, and I'm the one steering the ship. With a renewed sense of purpose, I start to navigate the Binance platform, ready to make my next move. The future is bright, and I can't wait to see what's in store.